Welcome to Let Design Innovate, where I use design concepts to look at technology, education, and legal policy. And today we are embarking on a new episode. We will be discussing unlocking the future, artificial intelligence in education. My name is Selena Burke. I am your host, and I'm just thrilled that you guys are here, and I'm excited about this 8-week journey that we will dive into artificial intelligence and how that impacts education. And so some of the topics that we will be discussing over this 8-week period is motivation for AIED, which is artificial intelligence in education. We'll discuss the challenges and risks, accessibility issues, bias and fairness, data privacy, which is a big thing that we really need to understand when we're getting information about our children, the social economic factors that plays in part with artificial intelligence, and then the path to equity. That is one of the key variables in this research, is determining what are the steps to get to equity. And then we'll also discuss the challenges and debates that go along, because all people and all institutions do not embrace AI equally, and so we'll kind of discuss those things. So today's episode, I'm going to kind of set the stage for our upcoming exploration by diving into why I think artificial intelligence in education is such a crucial and transformative topic. So let's just dive into it. So as I mentioned, this will be an 8-week episode, and we'll go over those different topics. We'll be discussing the remarkable ways in which AI is shaping the educational landscaping, personalized learning, which is key to my research. We'll discuss that to classroom, smart classrooms, and what does that mean, to adaptive assessments. And we'll talk about virtual tours and how, that is revolutionizing the way that we teach and the way we learn. But before we dive into the specifics, I want to just address the fundamental question. And that is, why is artificial intelligence in education so important? First and foremost, AI has the potential. Hear what I'm saying. It has the potential to personalize learning experience. It can tailor educational content to individual students' needs, their pace, and their learning styles. So imagine a classroom where each student had their own virtual tutor, right? And I know all the parents that's out there that had to, pay for tutoring, take them different places, not happy with the tutor. But imagine AI learning your child, understanding the content, and being able to be their virtual tutor. The ability to guide them through their unique educational journey, because I feel like each student has a different educational journey, and it should be individualized to that particular student. I think that AI can bridge the educational gap and promote inclusivity. And so what that means is that it can support students with diverse needs, which would be disabilities. It can help those children achieve their full potential. Now, AI, I know some people say AI does not discriminate, and we'll talk about that, but it does. But there's still, even though we have consequences in this technology, and we really need to be working hands-on with developers and these tech companies that are creating these platforms to ensure that every student has an equal opportunity to get this technology and be able to utilize this technology especially in their learning experiences. I also believe that AI can really enhance the efficiency in education. I talk a lot about the students, but it also can help the actual teachers, the administrators, It can automate the administrative tasks such as grading, allowing educators to kind of focus more on providing information, sharing information, and then kind of less on this paperwork. It can also analyze a vast amount of data to really give insight on the students versus, this traditional way of taking these standardized tests, not taking into consideration test anxiety. It can analyze a child over a period of time and be able to provide a better insight. It also can prepare our children for future job markets. I know there's a lot of talk out there about we live in this, our economy structure is capitalist and we need to remove that. Whether I agree or disagree, I want to talk about the moment and not about what could possibly happen so far in the future, right? AI is here. How do we utilize it? How do we take that technology to create personalized learning experiences for our kids? One of the things our kids want to know is, what am I going to do with this information? Am I going to be able to get a job, right? And so I believe that we can use this technology to prepare and train our children for certain paths, if you will, whatever that may be. It's an increasingly digital world. And so we cannot take the position that we're not going to embrace it for our kids, but we embrace it in every other industry. It has the potential to help our children become critical thinkers, problem solvers. The tool helps develop these skills. And so I did a workshop, an episode recently where we kind of did a tour, and the children were able to kind of, the objective was the same for all of them, but they went down different paths because their interests are different. And so you just want to be able to provide these individualized opportunities for our children. And I believe that we can do that through AI. AI opens access to quality education, right? And there are statistics and data, and we will cover some of those data in our upcoming episodes. But we really want to make sure that we are reaching students in remote and underserved areas who may lack access to traditional educational resources. This means that education is no longer confined to geographical boundaries. It is not confined by disability, the mobility issue. AI can broaden that up and become more accessible to more kids and provide personalized experiences so that we're not teaching our kids just, traditional one-size method of feeding information. Everybody get all the information about this particular subject, which sometimes the children are not receiving. And therefore, you can see that in not even just the academic gap, but if you look at and you go into you look at companies and who owns companies and entrepreneurs, and you look at unemployment rates, you look at the criminal justice demographics and what that looks like. And so I'm really kind of speaking to a certain, I'm choosing my words, right? I really want to make sure that we are targeting the kids who are not benefiting from traditional learning experience. I'll leave it at that. Also, I want to talk about how AI, it fosters innovation. It encourages our educators to kind of rethink teaching methods, and it can explore new possibilities. Now, however, this can be a challenge, right? There are social and economic factors in certain marginalized communities that implementing AI may be a challenge. Training the teachers to utilize this technology may be a challenge in certain areas. So we'll also kind of talk about that. Like, when I talk about accessibility, and that's one of the topics, what do we need to do in order to make this accessible to all children, despite the neighborhood, despite your zip code, despite the property tax in your area? How can we say that all children get it despite those things? So we'll dive more into that. So basically, over the next 8 weeks, we'll dive more into these topics. We'll explore real world applications, because that's really important to kind of understand how you can use this technology in practice, not just theory. I really want to kind of talk about how can we use this, the information in, real world situations. We'll look at some success stories, challenges, the future of AI in education, and what we think that may look like. The plan is to have some experts, educators, maybe innovators, who are at the forefront of this journey to join us as well. So I want to kind of thank you for tuning into this introduction of this episode. I hope if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now. I look forward, and I can't wait to discuss each one of these topics with you. If you are as excited as I am, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast so that you won't miss any upcoming episodes. I believe, as I said before, and I think I say in all of my my videos, is that I really believe that we together can make this possible. We together can actually make a difference. And I really would like you to, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, or you actually feel like there's something else that I need to add to it, please send me your comments below, as well as my petition is, I'm sorry. Transforming education is not an individual journey, but a community effort. Your input, whether it's positive or negative, critical maybe, it's highly valuable to me in my PhD journey. And I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't know everything. What I think is that you and I together, through collaboration, we can develop strategies to benefit all children. Together, you and I, we can make a significant impact on the future of education. And so I ask you to please share your thoughts, share your insights. They are crucial to our collective process, and they're truly needed. And so again, thank you for joining me. Subscribe, turn your notification on so that you can see, get the alerts for the upcoming episodes. And I look forward to this journey with you. Be well and happy AI.